SaGa Frontier, a role-playing game originally developed by Squaresoft, which released for PS1 in Japan in 1997 and North America in 1998, is getting a remaster. The title was never released for Europe, but now all will be able to play as it will be released internationally. The title will get some revamped graphics, events, cutscenes, and a new playable character called Fuse. The official description shares that it will follow the team of 8 as they return in this remaster, with the addition of a new character, Fuse. You can pick from your favourite characters to embark on an adventure of your choosing. SaGa Frontier's freeform scenario system allows players to make their own decisions when it comes to choices, affecting how events unfold and ultimately where the story will take you. SaGa Frontier Remastered will release in summer 2021 on PC via Steam, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, iOS and Android. Motion Twin have announced the roguelike Dead Cells will be getting a brand new DLC in early 2021 called Fatal Falls. The new content will add new levels to the game and a brand new boss fight. The DLC will be available for both PC and consoles for $4.99 USD. Fatal Falls will introduce 2 new areas called Fractured Shrines and Undying Shores, plus a new boss for players to challenge. This is the second expansion to the game and will be the biggest expansion so far, which Motion Twin describes as giving significant new options for fans looking for middle-run exploration. But be wary, as the title suggests, it will be brimming with new ways to succumb to a terribly painful death. Players will be able to get their hands on new weapons, which they can discover and customize their build with. Dead Cells is currently available to play on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, iOS and Android. The open world RPG Outward has reached over 1 million copies sold worldwide since its release last year in March. A second DLC called The Three Brothers will be launching on December 15th for PC and in 2021 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The studio has also released a new developer diary which is presented by CEO Guillaume Bouchard-Vidal, announcing the new DLC which will include quests, mechanics, weapons and more. The DLC includes a new area to explore Caldera, a city building mechanic for rebuilding Sirocco, the primal ritualist skill tree, grenades, elemental arrows and awakened weapons. Outward is currently available to play on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC via Steam. Polybus, the developer behind the popular MMORPG Black Desert, are going to reveal the first gameplay trailer for upcoming open-world fantasy MMORPG Crimson Desert. They have released a teaser trailer featuring the symbol of the game's logo, and will be unveiling their gameplay trailer at the Game Awards 2020 next week. Pearl previously revealed a trailer for Crimson Desert at the end of last year, which showed off the open-world game. Polybus is well known for its MMO Black Desert, which is not a coincidence that they both share the word desert. Crimson seems to be once set in the same world and part of the same flagship as Black Desert. It once was going to tell the origins of Black Desert but became its own IP. Crimson comes with whole new worldviews, religions and characters unique to its tale. Crimson Desert is currently in development for console and PC. The Game Awards 2020 will be live streamed on December 10th, 2020. Larian Studios has released their third patch for Baldur's Gate 3 this week, which is currently in early access. Latest patch for Baldur's Gate 3 is quite a big one, with major changes to design and gameplay. Larian Studios has added more rewards for taking the non-violent route, less punishing dialogue, skill checks, improved resting and spell casting. Apparently your companion will be less harsh towards you in terms of behaviour, as this was something players gave in terms of feedback. The reason for the change is Larian wishes to reward creativity and exploration, but the current game state didn't reward those who decided to take the pacifist option. The latest patch rewards players who decided to avoid combat situations, which includes dialogue or through exploration and environmental puzzle solving. NPC companions have also had an attitude makeover, making them a little less particular about every single thing. Another request from players which was wildly popular was the revamp of the spell system. Spells that require resources will now feel more impactful. Making things a little more forgiving, dialogue skill checks have now been changed so players won't get locked out of certain content due to a bad dice roll, but only if the situation really merits it. Players already had access to partially functional cross-saves between Steam and GOG, but now you can share your saves between Steam, Stadia, Mac, and GOG. As with all the news in this video, if you want to read more, be sure to check out Fextralife.com. The night before the Cyberpunk 2077 launch, CD Projekt Red is teaming up with Twitter using the hashtag CyberpunkNight, and it will be organised by Twitter Gaming for an official online launch party. The event will entail a Q&A session with developers Miles Tost and Patrick Mills, plus a handful of exclusive materials and a number of other surprises in store. The event will kick off on December 9th at 12 AM CET or December 10th at 6 PM EST. The developer has also released an info map that shows the release times for Cyberpunk according to your region. Cyberpunk 2077 will be releasing on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on December 10th. The hack-and-slash ARPG Wolcen Lords of Mayhem got a new free expansion called Blood Trail this week. It adds 3 new story missions for the Champion of Stormfall and new game mode. This content will challenge players to solve the mystery of the disappearance of the Dragon Matriarch. This update 1.1.0 also adds a new game mode called Chronicles, letting players take part in a special hunt to gain some valuable rewards. In Chronicles, players will play with a completely new character in a fresh economy and will gain access to Chronicle season events during the campaign plus endgame. The new update also brings with it a number of fixes and balance changes. Players can enjoy new skills for existing battles, such as Talon Shot for new rogue and ranger skills, and over 80 damage type modifiers plus separate primary modifiers being added. The rumour mills are churning as we get closer to the Game Awards 2020, and one particular highly anticipated title that everyone has been waiting for news from is From Software's dark fantasy RPG Elden Ring. Netzians have noticed interesting Twitter actions by Bandai Namco staff who have been retweeting and unretweeting posts concerning TGA 2020, which was pointed out by Kinda Funny's Imran Khan. Adding further fuel to the bonfire flames, sorry, Souls joke could resist, Souls content creator and data miner Lance McDonald commented that Elden Ring is almost finished during a Twitch livestream, and that From Software are waiting to show it publicly. The source of this is apparently from contractors who are working on the game, people they'd only bring in when they are close to finishing a game. Of course, take these findings with a pinch of salt as nothing has been shared by From themselves. We'll have to sit and watch this space to see if Elden Ring makes an appearance this year. A new MMORPG Chrono Odyssey has been announced by developer nPixel. The project was previously known as Project S and will be an epic fantasy massively multiplayer online RPG about time and space. It follows the story of members of a special organization called Adragin, who are waging a war against 12 gods. Chrono Odyssey will offer a vast world, immersive stories, maps that transcend time and space. The game promises large-scale battles and map exploration, a new job system with a total of 18 different jobs plus a grand story. The music composer Chris Velasco, who has worked on games such as God of War, StarCraft, and Overwatch, has taken part in composing the soundtrack. The trailer shows a lot of melee combat and one character with a bow, but also previews some magic with some sort of nature ability. Chrono Odyssey will launch on consoles iOS, Android, and PC in 2022. Testing will commence in 2021. Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.